All right, good morning to you all. It's a wonderful morning. It's a wonderful week. Listen, I'm so glad to be with you all on this morning. Welcome to Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DNP Speaks. I'm so glad to be with you all on this morning. And it's not just another day, but it's another brand new week. And the weather is changing here in Western New York. I have no idea how excited I am to see the weather change. As you already know, we've had blizzard, we've had snow, we have had cold, but thank God that the weather is changing, because when the weather changes here, my attitude changes. I'm just being honest. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. If this is your first time, let me introduce myself properly. My name is David M. Pinkston, but I go by the name of DNP Speaks. I am an empowerment speaker. I'm a board certified Christian counselor and a family restoration specialist, aka family coach. I come to grow, build, or rebuild your family dynamic. I do these Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Please, if you could share this, if you care, please share it. And I want to talk about this. It's simply put, don't mismanage your children's emotions and their heart. That is the topic for this morning. That's what's on my mind, but that's something that I've just been really thinking about. Don't mismanage your children's emotions and your heart. Now, you might say, well, DNP Speaks. Now, you had some interesting topics. Well, what's different about this one? Well, what I want to talk about really quickly, and I'm going to do my best to not have this live go too long, but when you mismanage your children's emotions and their heart, when you're in conversation, or when you're eating dinner, or you're playing ball, or you just have that opportunity to like talk to them, and not just to chit chat about stuff that they're doing wrong, but just to like kind of talk about them as they start to open up. It takes time. Let's just slow it down. It takes time for kids, especially teens, to open up and show and reveal their emotions, or what they're thinking about, what's on their mind, what they're inquisitive about. And you got to not mismanage that. If they're starting to even open up like even a seam of information, you want to take it as they're giving you so much information. Why am I saying that? Because it might be very difficult, and it is. Let me just change it like that. It is very difficult for kids to talk about something that's hard. Like if they're dealing with depression, if they're dealing with anxiety, if they're dealing with a shortcoming, maybe they're not doing well in school, and they've been telling you that they have been trying, they have, right? But they're actually having a little bit more difficulty than usual. You don't want to mismanage that. You don't want to make them feel worse, right? If you gotta tell them, like, listen, you gotta put more effort in, you gotta do this and that, but you never want to mismanage how they feel, right? Because you never know what's behind that feeling. You never know what's behind those actions in school, or in sports, or in the home, or in their room, or when you're around them. You never want to mismanage, because you never know, there might be some other concerns. There might be some other issues behind that. So you never want to mismanage their emotions or their heart. If they're opening up to you, don't mismanage that moment. See, we think, excuse me, we think it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. If your child don't talk like that, and they don't share information on a regular, and you get the opportunity that they do that, and they give you something that is I'll say, and I use the word precious to them, man, you got to take that. You can't take it as, like, as my father said, as a grain of salt. You got to take it that for something, something valuable, something important, because these kids, these teens these days, this generation, listen, they bottle up a lot of information. They bottle up a lot of emotions. They bottle up a lot of pain. Do not mismanage that. Manage that information as best as you can. I'll say it again. Manage that information, manage their emotions, manage their thoughts as best as you can, because you never know what they are dealing with. You might be thinking that they're dealing with a few situations over here, but they're dealing with a plethora of situations over here. And when we mismanage, listen to me clear, when we mismanage our teens and grandchildren's emotions, not only do they shut down, but that thought or thoughts or pain keeps circulating in their minds. Think about it. If you don't release and talk to someone that particular problem or problems or concerns or issues, however you want to call them, they keep circulating in their mind, and they can't be able, they can't they won't they will not be able to function, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get it out. There we go. They won't be able to function on a higher level, whatever that they're involved in, because that thought keeps circulating in their mind. That pain keeps circulating in their mind, right? And we have to be able to manage that appropriately. Listen, getting them help. They're already nervous. Some of them are already scared to talk to you. I'm telling you now, hear me clear. There are some things that your child has not said to you yet, but they're dealing with it right now as I speak. They're smiling in your face. They're saying everything is good, Mom. Everything is good, Dad. But there's something going on in their minds, and they want to tell you. Have you? Let me give you an example. Have your child ever came up to you, and just hugged you? Now you might say, well, they just do it all the time, but they hug you a little bit tighter. I'm being serious. Like, listen to what I'm saying, everybody. Come on, family. They come to you a little and they hug you a little tighter, or they say, man, I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. Everything okay? Oh yeah, everything was good. I just want to tell you that. No, that's not necessarily that it's something bad going on all the time. But you want to explore that. You want to manage even that interaction. They hugged me. That hug was a little different. What's going on, son? What's going on, child? What's going on, baby? I want to know. Whatever it is, you never want to mismanage what they're telling you. You never want to mismanage, because if they, again, I talked about this before, if you don't allow them to talk when they're ready to talk to you, or if you make them feel even worse, man, that's my thing that I want to say. If they're coming to you and they're speaking to you, please don't make it worse for them. Don't make them feel guilty for coming to you. Oh yeah, this Monday morning. This ain't no shucking and jiving. Don't make them feel worse when they come to you, because if you do, you have damaged your relationship and you don't even know. Some of you have damaged your relationship with your children or your grandchild because you made them feel guilty when they came to you about something that they did, something that they were involved in with somebody else, and you made them feel worse. Now, I'm not saying that's not a teachable moment. That's not a moment for you to correct them, but you never want to make them feel worse, right? Because they already have opened a door for you. Listen to me. They have allowed, I'm going to say it again. They have allowed a door to be open to you, an open door of conversation about something that's hard. And if you don't manage that emotion that they're putting out to you, and their heart is already being pulled to even conversate about something that's hard, if you mismanage that, you don't even realize that you have made some damage. If I was a painter, if I was a artistic person, I can show you how you just damaged your relationship with your child. You might not feel it, you might not feel the effects of it right now, but if you mismanage that, and some of you, can I be honest? This is family mourning transformation, isn't it? Some of you have done this. Some of you have made your children, when they have come to you, you have bullied them, you have pulled them down, right? Because you were so frustrated. And I'm not saying, again, parents, guard, I'm not saying that you're not supposed to be angry. I'm not saying that you're not supposed to be frustrated and all the emotions that come out when they tell you these things, right? But you have to do your very best to manage that emotion, to manage their heart, right? And make sure that you're not adding to the problem, that you're not adding to the frustration, that you're not adding to it, right? You're correcting it. You're appreciating that they're coming to you. Never want to mismanage that emotion, because that thing hurts. When a child has enough of courage and confidence to come to you, don't put them to the side. No, don't put them to the side. Talk to them, because that talk can save their life. I'm not talking about it has to be life and death. Sometimes it is. A lot of times it could be just mental rescue, emotional rescue, even spiritual rescue. They're trying to figure out life. You never know what your child is dealing with. You might just say, "Oh, they're yelling and screaming. They got an attitude." No, you got to look at that. But you don't want to mismanage when they're coming to you. You don't want to mismanage when they're having a conversation with you. And parents, we gotta do better about having conversations with our children, having better communication with our children. Our children need us. They need everything that we have. And if they're coming to you, listen, even if your mind, you say you wanna put them in the headlock, they gotta get out of your house, whatever. To get your thought out. But while you're in it, do your best. Say, okay, I'm not pleased with this situation. I'm very disappointed in you. We're going to find a way to get through this together. Because that's how you manage emotions. That's how you manage those feelings, those guilt, the shame. You don't put more shame on them. You allow them to know, I'm here for you. Don't worry, I'm here. That's how you should manage your children's emotions and heart when they come to you. Listen, I want to say this to you, and I'm done. Some of you out there are looking for help for your family, and you've been looking and you got the help, but it wasn't long term. You were looking for the help, but it didn't work. I'm here to help you and your family get from where you were or where you are right now to a better place. And this better place you haven't been to in a while, or you have never been in this place. I want to help you get there. You've been watching me and you've been supporting me, and I thank you for it. But when are you going to start making a chance, or making a attempt, or making a step in the right direction for your family? All you have to do today is say, today is the day that my family changes. This is the day that I want to see my family do better. This is the day that I'm going to finally stop being afraid, stop worrying about what other people are going to think about me, and get the help that me and my family needs so that we can be better. And if that's you, I want you to go to my bio on all my social media platforms, and I want you to click on the link, and I want you to sign up for your free 30-minute consultation call with yours truly. And I want to see how I can help you rebuild your family dynamic. Listen, guys, thank you so much for your time. Listen, catch me this week for my podcast, The Better Podcast, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and my radio show, which is Speak Out Loud Radio on Fire 716 Radio. You can download the app at the Android or App Store. Listen, this is going to be a powerful day and a powerful week for you and your family. I believe if you stick with it together, things will change. I will see you tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. I believe in you, and I believe in your family. We're helping families one at a time. Let's go. Peace.